Showtime. Got the crowd yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah, what other Southern rapper hooded than this? I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday night primetime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A 41-yard gain. 1st down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
10-yard line.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Andres Borregalo is set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. You pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Touchdown! James Cook from 3 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 18.
They've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have that gain of 17.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run Achane. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
One more time with Achan. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next week, and so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Allen going to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
56.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Dolphins play.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Sanders now to have the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
56, 56. What's that?
Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that...
And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13.
Man, you doing all right. It's just the first half.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
31. The Bills at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing now is Allen. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
And the Bills first down.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 7.
Round 80! What's that?
Here's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
180! Alert! 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 Look out!
They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip the cap to them. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all,
play your game.
On play action, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Now a stoppage. Here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Payne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. So the false start will back them up 5.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Payne. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 50 yards.
And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw.
He's across midfield. Big strides. Look at him go.
And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19, Tiger, 19.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cole Kmet from 8 yards out.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down.
But it's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Cook up the gut. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills get a bit closer.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
His throw incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync. Thus far, they've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Give to Cook out of the gun.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That's good for a Bills.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That's another Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
With career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Plus-yard field goal that they missed.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for two here.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
60 evil.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the three true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the two true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a third interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
And will be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Cook. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Wow, and even 200 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Cook again. Nifty move. There he goes again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 37 yards. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now he's going to step up and run. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be third and forever. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
39-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. Field goal doesn't help them much. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second down and 6 now from the 26. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here's first down.
Ready, let's go.
Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you got to get up there and spike it.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Back to throw.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. This Buffalo crowd letting him have it. Third down now.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bills, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose this,